Hello and welcome to your third Skylines Sunday. So what we are going to do today is we're going to keep building, and we're very close to our 5,000 mark. Now, take a look at our little chart here. Remember, if we get to 5,000 people, we will build a central station. So that's just a little preview of what to look forward to. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to our city. Now, I feel like we've done a lot in this direction, this axis. But I kind of feel like we've neglected going in this direction, you know? So, yeah, I'm thinking let's build over here. I think that would be super cool. So, yeah, let's peacefully build a little bit of residential, and we'll put it around a, let's see, can we fit in a big old park? Not quite. You know what? We'll put it on this side. Let's build based around that. Alright, so there's this little area going up, but I want to tell you something. I think I somehow forgot to build a single hospital. Oh no. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to fix that. We're going to put a big boy hospital over here, and we're going to put a big boy hospital on the other end of town. There we go. And heck, maybe we'll put a third one over here somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, no, I think 2 is actually alright for the moment. Whew, yeah. We do not want our citizens getting sick. That is how you get death waves. I mean, to be fair, we'll probably be getting death waves anyway, but you want to try to avoid the death wave if at all possible, because they can be a real pain in the butt. Do you notice what has just happened? We have hit 5,000 population in our city. And now we will build a central train station. Or rather, a central train hub from which all outbound trains will emanate. Now, we have to decide where to put it. And in order to do that, let's take a look at these rail lines that I did not delete. They were already in the game, and see where they want to go. I think this one and this one want to come around here because they want to come close to the town. So I think they want to be on this side. So here's what I'm thinking. I want to keep the gentle curve going on, so we'll do that. And we will move it around. Yeah, it's going to go over there, so yep. Little bit of a bend. Keep in mind, this is the track for the outgoing trains. Yeah, we're going the way we want to go. And as for this one, we'll do that. Curve it around. Let it come in. It'll be straight too. And I actually think these two train lines will merge into one up here. So let's have this one be a one-way thing. And for the other one, it'll branch off here. I always like to, when I'm going for maximal aesthetic quality, go for raising the terrain rather than just, you know, building derp all over the place. So, of course, derp may still happen. Alright, so this will go down here. Around, up. Excellent. I'm liking how this is turning out so far. And there we go. They merge into one over here. And now we just have to decide where everything's going to be. Now, I believe that we can't just have a railroad, right? We're going to need to have a, there's going to be a reason that this exists. And I think we need a central city over here. And I'm thinking we build it with special colors. And also, in addition to that, I'm thinking we give it the, we'll give the main road the bicycle lane treatment. So how about deep blue? A deep navy blue. Yeah, this will be the baseline for our new extension. It really wants to not be straight. So we'll just allow that to be, we'll allow him to be himself. Or herself, who can say. Boop. So here we go. Here is our baseline road for our pseudo downtown. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and put in a few things. Number one, I think we need the place where the incoming trains will stop. So I think that'll be here. And this, the purpose of this will be for the trains coming into town. Oh, I want this to have power, but I don't want to go with this. Oh, look at how this lines up. Real nice. Okay. So, we're just going to throw in some zones over here. And hopefully it will just grow based on itself. And if my calculations are correct, trains will be entering the town from here. And now what we need a nice hub. A one-way hub. And that will be, we'll put it there. My friends, that will be our rail hub. So we've just achieved a monumental moment in the development of our city. There will be massive growth emanating from here. Oh, look. Bob's Lumber is kind of in the way of everything. Ah, what a rascal Bob's Lumber is. So we're going to make a central park. We're also going to curve this out. And what I want to do is basically define an area that we can call a bit of a pseudo downtown. So let's do that. So look here at what we've created. I declare that this will be a high-density urban downtown area. I don't know if it's going to be the downtown, but it will certainly be a downtown. So what we're going to do is we are going to define it in physical space. And it's going to have definite limits. We're not going to push beyond the boundaries. But we are going to include the hub and everything around it. So there it is. It's not huge in terms of land area, but I think it's going to be big in terms of impact. So let's go ahead and look at some district stuff. We haven't done this yet, but it's going to be fun. There won't be any industry here, so we don't have to worry about this. Commercial, I think we are going to have, let's see, leisure or tourism. Do we want nightlife and relaxation, or do we want restaurants and hotels? I think we want nightlife. So we're going to go for nightlife. This will be like the young kids hipster district. We'll make this an IT cluster. You get really tall buildings when you make an IT cluster. And let's see. We're going to see what policies we can throw in here. For this cool place, we're going to have... I don't want this place to smell like pot clouds, so we're not going to do that. But yeah, let's go for parks and recreation. We'll go for a smoking ban. This place, I want it to smell nice. Let's see. Preferred parks. Yeah, we're gonna make this like we're gonna go well into the park stuff. We're going to make a tax relief for high-density residential, high-density commercial, and offices. And also, we're going to go for big business, high-tech housing. We're going to encourage biking. Let's see. What else do we want to do here? That's probably it. But... yeah, I want this to be like a hipstery place for the hipsters of the city. And so we're going to throw in a small playground. We're going to throw in a dog park. And we'll throw in a couple other parks too. A small park there. We'll put in a tropical garden over here. And a botanical garden up here. What else? So in a large playground. Why not? Alright, and naturally, these areas will be annexed by this district. So let's go ahead and include this stuff in within our boundaries. So there we go. Now, I don't think I want to zone this all at once because, like I said before, we're going to get a death wave. But I think we do want to have civic buildings. We'll have the police station over here. Toss in a fire station. We'll put that over here. Hospital. We have the major hospital, but let's also put in a clinic here just to make sure everyone's happy. And then, you know what? We could totally put in a university. Let's put it in over here. And once again, yeah, we're going to annex this into our area. Pretty cool. And do we want a public library? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So now we've done it. We have the city of Grove Park. And I think what we're going to do to start, we're not going to zone the entire thing. But let's give it at least a few city blocks to see what it's made of. See what sort of things appear. Offices are very temperamental, so we're probably going to get a big dead zone if we try to zone offices. But I'm really tempted for just like one block, just to see what we get. So yeah, we are going to go for our downtown area, or one of our downtown areas. We're going to put in traffic lights here, and here, and here, just on the edges of things. And, well, now we have this. See what I mean? Even this, we're getting some tall buildings. It resembles the little lumpus we have over here. So, I'm pretty happy with this. Alright, I'm very happy with how this is going. And by the way, we are actually having our first train come from out of the city. I'm curious to see which track he will use. Will he use the one that goes off to the right or the one that goes off to the left? Let's see. Oh, he's veering off to the left. You'll see him go over. Yep, there we go. Super rad. I like that a lot. Now I'm just curious if we have trains coming in from this direction too. I don't see any right now. Oh wait, no, I see one going out. Alright, so they are coming from both directions. Confirmed. So, there's a few things I want to do here. I want to sort of map out the general, not where all these are going to go, because that would be crazy at this point, but just the general directions of many of them. Now, I think that one will actually loop around and become this one. So let's work on that one right now. Well, I'm sure happy with how that turned out. A nice little jaunty jump over Manor Street and the external train line. So, very happy. And what we can do is we're going to go and take our rail line and we are going to extend it out to there. And the only annoying thing is it takes away the station from here. So we got to do this to restore it. But there we go. This line is now fully made. Well, it's a bit more fully made. It goes around in a hook, and it may go out further. Now, so if we're going to demo them, the rest of them out, we're going to have one come down around this side. So we're going to have one coming in a large sweeping arc like that. So yeah, so it's going to go back, and then these here are going to go like, probably, there's 4, so there's probably going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I want to do is just point them in the direction that they're going to go. Oh, I already screwed up. Or maybe I didn't. Nope, it's fine. Because, yeah, I want this one to go out this way. You're going out this way. You are going to appear to go with your brethren here. But you're going to go purely this way. This guy's going to curve back this way. Oh, we have detached stuff. Let's just click another little bit. And as for these two, this one's going to team up with him for a little bit. And this guy is going to go... We'll send him out that way. So that is a full complement of rail lines. We are probably going to, who knows, we might end up modifying some of these or whatever, but for the moment, that is going to be fine. And there is one other thing I wanted to do. I think a downtown area would have its own roads emanating from it. Don't you think? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this opportunity to extend some roads out from here in multiple different directions. But we're going to start with a jaunty little bridge over all this, and then we're going to have some fun. Okay, I am pretty pleased with that. We have a few roads that go out, and only one of these actually makes it all the way to the outer beltway that doesn't officially exist. All the rest of them do dead end onto other streets here, which sort of shows that even though this is the denser place, it is still subordinate, you could say, to the old city in terms of the center of gravity of the roads. I like this one that sneakily just sneaks around and goes through. So we are going to gradually build out, and like I said, I don't want everything to be here. That seems a little bit foolish. So we also need to keep in mind we are going to be wanting some industrial here. So industrial zones really do generate a lot of traffic, and they do generate a lot of pollution. So we want to be extra careful about how we do this, but it is pretty necessary for our city to have them. So in the spirit of that, we are going to make an industrial zone right here for the city's mining industry. Yeah, you see that? We have some mines. So we're going to call this... We might as well throw this in here too, because it's not going to be... I mean, nothing else is going to include this area. So... yeah, this will be an area that does not have any residential. It'll have some commercial, but it will be mainly an industrial area. Bedford Square. Let's call it Benford's Mining Enterprise. There we go. Why not? We'll say that it has its own police and fire. Throw a crematorium in there for no reason. Sometimes I end up creating like crematorium hubs, but if we can just have them interspersed throughout, where just with like stuff, then that might be better. So we're gonna put that there and that, and then the mother zone will be there. Yeah. So we're going to just do that. And I don't mind putting out a few rocks. Yeah, why not? Just some rocks to create a sense of boundary and separation without going too overboard. Oh. Yeah, that's going to be nice. Alright, so our city grows on, and like I said, I don't want to develop everything here right now. So we're just going to occasionally come back and go like boop, put one more zone, and then we're going to expand to other areas. Over here, I think this area should be continually commercial. I don't think there's any problem with that, really. Yeah. We'll do that. But sure. Yep, I find that to be acceptable. Now I want to include or increase the residential. But let's see, what direction haven't we expanded in the most? We haven't gone this way so much. So I think that we could use gonna throw down the basis for a grid right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put down some I think we'll go with low density in this area. Alright, I'm pretty happy with the way that's going. We have some commercial demand going on, so this area is getting developed. And so I thought we might as well come over here and go boop once again with our little booper and create another slice of life up here. And in any case, our population is slowly inching forward. And I think we can do something here. Can you see where one of the highways I bulldozed was? Yeah, we're going to build here. Alright, I am having the feeling that this video is getting on towards its natural end. But before we get there, I want to define some districts, because I think we're heading in that direction. So, we'll take the Holly district that we've already laid out, and I'm going to make it go to the narrowest point between the train station and the lake. So there we go. The Holly district will go up to here. Now I do realize we have a 5-point intersection, and that seems like it should be the natural center of something. But we don't want to go too far from our central town just yet. So I'm not going to zone it in quite yet. But what we are going to do is all this down here. Actually, no, not there, but yeah, everything we have here is going to be some sort of district. This is going to have the funkiest little shape because it's going to have a little nubbin over here. But I think this will be a very nice little area. Beechwood Hills. It's not a hill, so we're just going to call it Beechwood Park. And we're just going to call this Holly. So we have Beechwood Park, we have New Doylestown, which sticks way out here, we have Holly, and we have Old Town, all coming to meet in a point. Now remember, we are getting onto our next population milestone, but we're not quite there yet. So I think the next episode is when we will finally meet it. So why not let's end by watching somebody come into the city. So let's go around and find somebody and watch him.